studied ring problem. Have you solved the answer for that? You will get the answer as gmx by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Did you get the answer for that? No. See that I have taken a ring of radius is how much? Radius of the ring is capital R. At what distance we are finding the gravitational field? At x distance. And here I have taken a dm element. Did I explain yesterday or not? Briefly I explained, right? Yes. Now I have taken the ring of radius capital R and then mass m. Now I am finding the gravitational field intensity at this point. So to find the gravitational field intensity at that point, we are not taking ellipse here. Anybody a bangle? Bangle is there? No one. Kadiyam. ಹೋಗ್ಬತ್ತೀಯಾ ಇದೆ so here we are taking the ring of radius capital R. So at distance, how much distance? X distance from the center of the ring, there is a point here. On that point, how the gravitational field intensity is acting, you have to find out. So for that, first of all, this is a continuous body, continuous mass distribution is there. In that, what you have to take? Nothing but number of mass elements you have to take. Whenever you integrate all the mass elements, nothing but whenever you add all the mass elements, then what you can get? Total mass only, total mass of the ring only. So for that purpose, first of all, this entire ring is applying the gravitational force of attraction in this way, like this. You are able to understand that formation? So this mass, this elemental mass is applying the gravitational force of attraction in this way, and then this mass is applying in this way, and then this part is applying in this way, and this part is applying in this way. So all the gravitational force attraction lines are coming like this, correct? Gravitational field lines are coming like this. So why? Because for this point, this ring is attracting. By the way, gravitational force is which type of force? Attraction force only. So this point is being attracted by this entire ring. That entire ring we cannot take at a time, so only what we are taking? Small elements of this one. I will cut this one and then I will find out the intensity due to each mass, and then whenever I add all the mass elements, then what we can get? Total ring we can get. So for that purpose, first of all, I have taken the point here. Let me take on the topmost point, I have taken the element like this. I will just turn and then you can understand that. This is a dm element I cut. First part is this one I have taken. From this dm element, this is a dm element, and then this distance is how much distance? X, and then this distance is how much? R, radius of the ring only. Now this distance is what I have taken? Small r distance, otherwise you can take any other distance also. Small r distance I have taken. So now this dm element is applying attraction force on this point. On this point attraction force nothing but in this direction it is there, like this. You can see my finger clearly. So in this direction force of attraction is there, like this, actually in this direction towards me. Now in that direction di is the field intensity due to this small element. Again one more di intensity will be there due to another small element. Like that, number of elements are there. Whenever I integrate, then what we can get? Total intensity of the point P due to the ring I can get. So for that purpose, first of all, here dm element I have taken. Here how the intensity is coming? This is the intensity, and then what is the value of that intensity? Di I have taken. Now this is making an angle theta. This line and then this x distance is making angle theta. At that time along the x, what component will get? This is di, and then this is theta, means this component will be what? Di cos theta. Like that, number of elements are there. All the elements di cos theta will be there towards the center only. What about the di sin theta? Di sin theta will be get cancelled with each other. See that due to this element, this is the di, and then this will be di cos theta, this will be di sin theta. For the opposite element also the same thing only, right? There di sin theta will be there in this direction, this di sin theta is there in this direction. Both will get cancelled with each other. Topmost point di is there in this direction, di cos theta is there towards the center, and then di sin theta is there in this direction. Bottommost point di cos theta is there in this direction, di sin theta is there downward direction. Both will get cancelled. Like that, all the di sin theta components will get cancelled. So net intensity will be what? Nothing but the sum of integration of di cos theta only. Why? Because only cos theta elements are lying there, cos theta components are lying. Sin theta components are getting cancelled with each other. You understand that main what is the procedure, how it will be, mechanism is important. So for that, take that. For that, first of all, here I have taken dm as the element, dm as the elemental mass I have taken. Due to that elemental mass, at point P, the intensity will be there in this direction. By the way, this distance, how much I consider that as r distance, that r is equals to what I can write, under root r square plus x square. Now intensity is what? Due to dm, intensity will be how much? Di. If the angle here is theta, then this will be how much? Di cos theta. Then di sin theta will be there in which direction? Downward direction. In this direction, not downward direction, upward direction. Di sin theta is there in that direction. Now due to the bottommost element I will consider. Due to the bottommost element, how the intensity will be there? Nothing but this is a di again. So this is theta, means this is also how much? Theta only. This is di, this is theta, means this will be what? Di cos theta, and di sin theta will be there in the downward direction. This di sin theta, this di sin theta will get cancelled. In the same way, all the directions, all the di sin theta elements will get cancelled. Only which one is lying? Only di cos theta is remaining. So our net intensity I is equals to, I net is equals to what I can write? Integration of di cos theta. Understand, right? Due to one element towards the center only, always you have to take the intensity towards the body only. So this is going in this way, you cannot take that directly, you have to take the components of that. One is cos theta component, another is sin theta component, but sin theta component is getting cancelled with each other due to all the elements, because this is a symmetrical body here. Due to all the elements in all the directions, sin theta is getting cancelled, only di cos theta is there. Due to one element, one di cos theta. Due to number of elements, what will get? Integration of di cos theta. Now integration of di cos theta, integration of, what is the di? Nothing but g into, which is causing the gravitational field here, dm, g dm by, what is the distance between the dm and point here? R is the distance, so that r square, g dm by r square is the field intensity here into cos theta. Now g cos theta divided by r square, integration of dm. Why? Because mass only changing here, nothing is changing. Everywhere r is fixed only. From each and every element r is a hypotenuse, same hypotenuse only. Then g into, what is the cos theta here? From the diagram, what I can say? Cos theta is equals to x by r, right? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So that x divided by r, that divided by what is there here? R square. Integration of dm will be what? M. Then gm into x by r cube. So that gmx divided by, what is the small r value here? Under root r square plus x square whole cube, nothing but, shall I write it as r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. That is a net intensity. Clear? Yes, copy that. Where is Varun? Hostel. ಯಾಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಮೋಹಿನ್ ಸರ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಉದಯಗೂಡನಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅವರು. In diagram, you just take one component. Fast change. Gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential, what do you mean by gravitational potential energy? What is that? Work done in arranging the charges. Huh? Prajwal. He is sleeping. You are disturbing him. Oh. Gravitational potential energy nothing but The work done in arranging the charges together is known as the gravitational potential energy. For example, whenever you take charges, masses, no? I don't know, I am teaching electrostatics, otherwise gravitation. See, both. No, I am not teaching both properly. That is what happening. Whenever I mix together. See, whenever I might be tell sometimes it has a charge and then you just assume that as a mass only. Okay, na? Because I will not remember that. Now, whenever you are just arranging some masses near to each other, for example, you are bringing from the infinite distance and then you are arranging at a r distance. In that you are doing some work, obviously. Why? Because you are making some displacement there. So, at infinity 2 masses are there. Let me take 2 masses are there, m1, m2 at infinity. At infinity distances, there are the 2 masses and then you are just bringing them towards each other, otherwise they are moving under the mutual gravitational attraction force, and then you are just arranging them at a distance small r, masses m1 and then m2. Then you are doing some work there. Why? Because they are making some displacement. So, the work done in arranging the particles is known as the potential energy or gravitational potential energy. That might be the electrostatic potential energy. Everything is same only. Work done in arranging the masses is gravitational potential energy. Work done in arranging the charges is electrostatic potential energy. So, what is that potential energy? You will get U is equals to what is the formula? Do you remember that? G into m1 m2 by r. That's it, G m1 m2 by r. Why? Because you know in the conservative forces, do you remember the conservative forces formula? F is equals to what is the formula? Yes, very good. F is equals to minus du by dr. Then du is equals to what I can write? Integration of f into dr I can write. So, integration of du is equals to integration of f into dr. So, integration of f, what is the f? Formula of f is what? G m1 m2 by r square. So, G m1 m2 by r square into dr. So, that G m1 m2 everything is constant. Integration of r power minus 2 dr. R power minus 2 dr nothing but minus 1 by r. So, that this is minus G m1 m2 by r here. And by the way, here minus is there already. F is equals to what? Minus du by dr, and then this is also minus only, right? Correct? Huh? Then it will become as what? Plus. And now then u is equals to what we got here? U nothing but here 0 to u final, u initial to u final. So, u final minus u initial is how much? G m1 m2 by r we will get. This is the potential energy formula, G m1 m2 by r. And here force is which type of force for us? Attractive force. So, only we will get minus here again. Our force is, our conservative force is attractive force. So, only you have to write minus here. This minus will get cancelled, and then finally what will get? Minus. Clear, right? So, listen again. There is no need to tell the derivation also, but listen. F is equals to what is the formula? Minus du by dr from the conservative forces. I said conservative and then non-conservative forces. So, here F is equals to minus du by dr. Here gravitational force is which type of force? Attractive force. So, that only minus we got, minus gets cancelled. Integration of du is equals to integration of f into dr. So, f formula is what? G m1 m2 by r square dr. Whenever you do the integration, what will you get here? Minus G m1 m2 by r. That is the potential energy, gravitational potential energy. So, what is the gravitational potential energy? Nothing but the work done in arranging the particles from infinity to r distance is known as the gravitational potential energy. So, between two particles here, let me take m1 and then m2. There are two particles are there, I am just arranging them at what distance? R distance. You just forget about the infinity and all. Obviously, we will get whenever you see the infinity is nothing but that is not infinite distance. In comparison with the particle, for example, if I take one particle, in front of the particle, this distance also infinity distance only. That is a comparative term. You cannot say that infinity nothing but you are bringing from the space. That is not the meaning. Here you have to take the size of the particle, size of the mass. In front of that, infinity distance nothing but a smaller distance also infinity distance only. I said I think already this one. Infinity is nothing but relative term, that is just relative term, that is not about the measurement. That is just relative term. Whenever you see in front of me, this entire Davangere is infinity only. Why? Because I don't know. I have to go to the such a long distances and all. That distance is infinity only. In front of this marker, this room is infinite only. So that is just a comparative term only. So from somewhere I am bringing that m1, m2 particles, and then I am arranging at what distance? R separation. So our work done in bringing that particle is u is equals to what I can say? Minus g m1 m2 by R is the formula. In the same way, if you are arranging 3 particles, otherwise 4 particles, how we will get the answers, we will see. Right, that gravitational potential energy. Work done in arranging the masses. Work done in arranging the masses. Work done in arranging the masses against the gravitational field. Against the gravitational field. Copy that. At infinity distance, what is the potential energy? 0, right? So u initial to u final limits. Initially particles are there at what distance? Infinity distance. U infinity is equals to 0. U final is equals to u I am taking. నువ్వు బుక్స్ తీసుకొని లాస్ట్ బెంచ్లో కూర్చో వెళ్ళు లాస్ట్ ఇక్కడ కూర్చో అక్కడ వశిష్ఠ వాళ్ళకన్నా ముందు బెంచ్ బాగానే ఉంది ఏం కాదు పర్లేదు నిద్రపోవడానికి బాగాలేదు రాసుకోవడానికి బాగానే ఉంది Finished? Write a problem. Find the gravitational potential energy. Find the gravitational potential energy if three identical particles are arranged at the corners of an equilateral triangle of side A. First of all tell me what is this potential energy, vector or scalar? Scalar quantity. All the energies will be scalar quantities only. Now find out the answer. Gm square by S. That's it. Any other answer? You are arranging 3 particles at the 3 corners of the triangle so that you have to find out the potential energy of the total system. Only gm square by a square, that's it. 3 gm square by a square. A square, not a square, that is a, that's just a. Why you are getting gm square by a? Nothing, no. You have to find out for the total system. Entire system you have to find out. See that I am just arranging 3 particles of identical particles, no, I said. Identical masses m and then m and then m. 3 are arranged at the 3 corners of an equilateral triangle of side how much? A. Distance between 2 particles is how much? All the 2 particles is A only. Now between these 2 masses, let me take this is the first set, and then this one is second set, and then this one is the third set. Now in the first set, this m and then m both are getting attracted towards each other, so that what is the gravitational potential energy there? U is equals to, I can write it as u1 plus u2 plus u3. u is equals to u1 plus u2 plus u3. Then u1 is between what? m1 and then m2. So that what I can write, minus gm and then m, gm1 m2 by, what is the distance between them? A is the distance, minus gm1 m2 by a. Then second one also what? Second set again, gm1 m2 by, again distance is how much? A only. Then third one also the same thing, gm1 m2 by a. Then what will get all together? Minus 3gm1 m2 by a, nothing but 3gm square by a. This is the total potential energy. Next one, if four particles of equal masses, if four particles of equal masses are arranged at the four corners of a square, of side A, four corners of a square of side A, then find the potential energy of the system. Find the potential energy of the system. What is the answer? Just 4gm square by a square, that's it. How many pairs of masses are there? Pairs. Between how many pairs you will get the potential energy? 6 pairs. One side, one set, two set, three set, and then 4 corners also, diagonals also you have to take. So that how many pairs are there? 6 pairs of the forces are there. So you will get the 6 potential energies there. All are identical masses. Of each side is how much? A, and then diagonal will be how much? What the diagonal will be? Root 2a, and then this diagonal also root 2a only. Now you cannot say that directly 4gm square by a square. What is the reason? Because again these two are also a pair only. Between the pairs only the gravitational potential energy will be there. So this and then this one also attracting with each other, and then this mass and then this mass also attracting with each other. So that what I can say, the net potential energy U is equals to how many direct pairs are there with a distance? 4 are there. So that this is gm square by a, gm square by a, gm square by a, gm square by a. So that minus 4gm square by a. Then one more is m1 m2 by root 2a, correct? So that what I can say, minus, like that how many are there? 2 pairs are there. So that minus 2gm square by just root 2a. Then I can say that I can take gm square, 2gm square by a common. So what will be remaining here? Minus 2 and then minus 1 by root 2. Minus also I can take common. Then 2 plus 1 by root 2 is there. That's it. Again, if you see here, this will be, whenever you finalize this value, here root 2 is LCM, 2 root 2 plus 1 will be there. Root 2 is coming outside. At that time 2 and then root 2 are getting cancelled. Then what is remaining? Minus root 2 gm square by a into what is remaining there? 2 root 2 plus 1. Clear, right? That is the final answer of this problem. They will not give the options directly like this. They will give final options like this only. You have to still minimize that values. Find the work done. Find the work done in increasing the sides of, find the work done in increasing the sides of a triangle from, find the work done in increasing the sides of a triangle from D to 2D. D to 2D. Find out that. Think properly. First of all, before solving the problem, you have to find out the work done in increasing the sides of this triangle from D to 2D. 2D nothing but what happens? This length will increase as this much, like this, and then like this, and then like this. This one is now 2D distance. Nothing but you are bringing the mass to here, this mass to here, and then bringing this mass to here, this mass to here. So what is the answer? Find out. Work done you have to find out. Six gm by square, 6 gm square by, no, pass it. So that work done is equals to, you have to take, they are asking the work done to arrange the particles at what distances? 2D distances, but initially they are at what distances? D distance. Directly they are bringing from the infinity means directly what we will take? Work done is equals to u only will take. Why? Because u is equals to gmm by r square we got in the derivation. And after that here they are not bringing from the infinity, within that only they are arranging. Initially they are there at d distance, nothing but initially potential energy is there or not there? Each are arranged at d distances, nothing but potential energy is there initially. Finally they are arranging at what distances? 2D distances. So at that time also potential energy is there. So for that purpose, first of all you have to find out initial potential energy. Initially what is the potential energy, tell me? Initially at initial triangle minus 3 gm square by d. Distance is d they are giving. Finally u final is equals to minus 3 gm square by, what is the distance between? 2d. Correct, right? Now you have to find out the work done, nothing but you are bringing how much, nothing but from here to here, nothing but u initial and the u initial to u final. So that work done in arranging such that delta u you have to find out u final minus u initial. U final is how much here? Minus 3 gm square by 2d minus 3 gm square by, minus of minus will be plus, and then minus 3 gm square by d. So what will you get finally answer? 3 by 2 gm square by d. That is the answer. That is the answer for that problem. Whoever said directly this one, they are also wrong. Directly whoever, some of the people, why? Because both are same only. Some of the people might be only solve this one and then you said the answer, but that is wrong. Minus and then plus will be there in the options. At that time what you will think, nothing but okay, gravitational potential energy is, madam said so many times that attraction force, so only minus is the correct and then you will put negative mark. Next one, gravitational potential. Gravitational potential. Gravitational potential. So here, what is the potential energy means? Gravitational potential energy means what? Work done in arranging the particles is potential energy. What is the potential? Nothing but you are bringing a test mass from the infinity to r distance. Here also the same thing only. but there you will have two masses. Here you will have only one mass, another is the test mass. In this previous problem also what I have done, here m1 was there and then m2 I am bringing from infinity to a distance, how much distance? R distance. See here finally m2 is there. This is also potential energy only. U is equals to, what is the formula now? G into m1 m2 by R. That's it. Here instead of m2 what I will take? Nothing but I will take a test mass, unit mass. Unit mass value is how much here? 1. So that U is equals to minus gm by R. That's it. Gm1 by R. Understand, right? So work done in arranging the particles from infinity distance is potential energy. Work done in bringing one test mass from infinity distance is the potential. Work done in arranging number of particles, that might be any number of particles. We have seen the triangle and then whatever the square and all. There three particles was there, initially 2 particles, finally 4 particles, like that it is there. Work done in arranging the number of particles is potential energy. Work done in bringing only one particle. Which particle? That is the test mass, unit mass, from infinity to a distance d, otherwise the distance r is known as the potential. Mainly you have to understand the difference between them. In potential energy 2 masses will be there. In potential how many masses will be there? Only one mass will be there. What about the second mass? Test mass or unit mass that will be. So there is no need to take the test mass directly. Potential V is equals to what will get? Nothing but minus gm1 by R. Potential energy, potential both are same. But here you have to consider 2 masses. Here you have to consider how many masses? Only one mass. You might be know the electric charges and fields. You might be know the formula between the electric field and then potential. What is the relation between them? E is equals to, the electric field will be represented as negative potential gradient, dV by dx, otherwise dV by dr. Very important formula, and then based on this so many problems will be there. Okay, so you have to practice all the number of problems. So E is equals to minus dV by dr. From that, in the same way, gravitational intensity is how much? I is equals to minus, here also potential is V only, so that is how much? dV by dr. Now dV is equals to what I can write? Minus I into dr, correct? Then integration here, the integration of dV is what? V, and then minus integration of I into dr. What is the I formula? I is equals to gm1, gm divided by r square only, right? Directly gm by r square into dr. Now there what will get again? What will get here? Minus gm by r square, nothing but r power minus 2. So what will get here? Minus minus will be plus. Then what will get there? Simply gm by r. That is the potential. V is equals to gm by r. Otherwise you can take as per the electric field, as per the intensity and then force relation. What is the intensity and force relation? I is equals to, what is the formula? F by m naught. I is equals to F by m naught. In the same way, V is equals to what will get? Nothing but U by m naught. U is what here? G m1 m2 by r square. G m1 m2 by r. If you cancel one of the mass, then what will get? Potential only. So that U by m naught. I am saying in the definition itself, no, work done in bringing the unit mass from infinity. Work done is what? Potential energy. In bringing how much mass you are bringing? Unit mass. So that will gives you what? Potential. So V is equals to U by m naught, or V is equals to minus gm by r is the formula. Clear? Otherwise you can even say this one as U is nothing but what is the formula? G m1 and m2 is which one? Unit mass, that divided by r, that whole divided by what is the unit mass I have taken? m naught. M naught gets cancelled, minus gm by r. Directly we can get without integrations and all. Clear? So that you have to mainly identify the difference between them. Work done between two particles means that is a potential energy. Work done to arrange the unit mass, nothing but that will be what? Just potential only. In case of force and the intensity also the same thing only. Force is what? G m1 m2 by r square, whereas intensity is what? Only gm by r square. In the same way here only one mass will be reduced, that's it. U is equals to what is the formula? G m1 m2 by r. In case of potential, what is that will be? Only gm by r only. Everything is as it is. Understand it? Main differences. So here potential, gravitational potential is the work done to bring a particle, to bring a unit mass from infinity distance. What is that work done we got? Work done is nothing but U divided by m naught. Work done in bringing a unit mass from where? From where we are bringing? From the infinity distance to a r distance we will take. So from infinity to r distance we are bringing a unit mass. Work done in doing so, that is called as what? Potential. So that work done will be obviously potential energy only. Then that will be, let me take, I have m mass initially at rest, at the origin let me take. We are bringing some particle, that is a which one? Unit mass, test mass, from infinity to where? Nothing but to a distance r from this, to a distance r from that. So to get for that we are doing some work. That work will be called as what? Gravitational potential. In arranging the number of particles will be called as what? Potential energy. So I am bringing a m naught unit test mass from infinity to a distance, that distance is which distance? R distance from the initial mass. So finally here m naught is there. What is the m naught value? M naught value is how much? 1 only. We are bringing to where? Point P. We are bringing the m naught mass from infinity to point P. M naught is a unit mass. So work done to do that work and all is known as the potential, gravitational potential. Now what I can say here? Work done is equals to what? U is equals to G into m naught divided by R. What is this m naught value? 1 only. Now I am taking here U is nothing but G into m naught by R, that divided by m naught. M naught gets cancelled. However, the potential energy will be what? Minus Gmm by R. Now what is remaining for us? Only minus Gm by R. That is the potential. Potential energy is G 2 masses by R. Potential is G 1 mass by R. Force is G 2 masses by R square. And then intensity is G into 1 mass by R square. That is the difference between them. That's it. Copy that. Potential, gravitational potential. The work done in bringing a unit test mass, work done in bringing a unit test mass from infinity to a point P. Infinity to point P at a distance r from the mass m, at a distance r from the mass m which is at rest. At a distance r from, at a distance mass m which is at rest. Copy that. What's the relation between intensity and potential? I is equals to what I can say? Minus dV by dr. I is equals to minus dV by dr. This one is called as, the intensity will be represented as potential gradient. Anything gradient nothing but you have to divide with x. The same thing you will get in the fluid chapter also. Gradient nothing but for always what you have to do? You have to divide just with the length only. That is the gradient meaning. Write that. Gravitational field intensity will be represented as negative potential gradient. will be represented as potential gradient. So we will see potential of different bodies. First of all, let us take the ring. If I take the ring of mass m, now I want to find out the potential at the center. What the potential will be? Ring of mass m, we are finding the 0. Is that 0? We are taking the ring of mass m. Potential is nothing but what? That is a point property only, na? That is just a point property, place property only. So we are finding the potential at the distance r from the edge of the ring. What is that? Gm by r square. Just Gm by r only, no? See here, mass is lying here at what distance? R distance from all the sides. So uniform mass is lying at all the sides from what distance? Nothing but r distance from the center. You want to find out the potential here at point P, nothing but V is equals to minus G into what is the mass we are having here? M divided by what is the distance here? Radius of the circle, that is the r. V is equals to minus Gm by r, and don't confuse between the field intensity and this one. That is completely different topic in the spheres and all we have taken. And also one more thing I forgot to tell in that. We have taken the hollow sphere. In the hollow sphere, inside of the sphere, let me take r less than capital R. What is the intensity? Intensity is how much? 0, right? We got 0. What about at the center? Center also 0 only. Why? Because that is also inside only, right? Center also lying inside only, inside of the hollow sphere only. Don't confuse. This is a sphere and then this is a ring. Just now she drawn there and then she drawn here and then she is telling that this is not 0, this is 0. That is a potential. Completely different, and then this is a ring, by the way. Now here the intensity nothing but that is a vector property. We cannot equate both here. So both are not at all related here in these cases. So here I have taken the hollow sphere. For that hollow sphere at the center or at the inside anywhere r less than r, at that time intensity is how much we got? 0. And also for the solid sphere, what is the intensity inside? R less than r. We have drawn the graph. Gm, I was directly proportional to the r, right? We have drawn the straight line. So in the same way, what is the formula for us? I is equals to Gm into r by capital R square. Is that correct? Formula is I is equals to Gm r by r square. What about at the center? At the center is what? Smaller distance will be how much? Always we will measure the smaller from where? Center to point P only, right? Now point P is lying on the center itself. So that what I can say, r is equals to 0. There is no distance. So intensity also how much? 0. See, both are completely different here. I am saying that here inside of the hollow sphere, inside of the sphere there is no mass, there is no gravitational field. So only we got intensity is 0 everywhere. That might be at the center, or that might be near the edges, or that might be near the center, anywhere. Just you are coming inside of the hollow sphere, at that time intensity will be 0 everywhere. But in case of solid sphere, whenever the point P is there at r distance from the center, at that time we are having the intensity how much? I is equals to Gm r by r square, and also yesterday we have drawn the graph like this. Do you remember that? Now this is a straight line we got because Gm I is directly proportional to r, so only we got a straight line here. That is inside. Whereas if you take exactly at the center, point P is lying. Exactly at the center. What is the small r value here? 0. Small r is 0, nothing but if you substitute 0 here, then intensity also how much? 0. So in case of solid sphere, inside of the sphere the intensity is not 0, but exactly at the center what happens? It will be 0 only. Write it as a note point. I forgot to tell yesterday. Note point at the solid sphere. Capital R cube, Allah? Yes, yes. Yes, it was R cube, and however it will not affect now. At the hollow sphere and then solid sphere you write note point. In case of hollow sphere, the gravitational field intensity is 0 everywhere inside, comma, whereas in case of solid sphere, the intensity is not 0 inside. That is, I is equals to gm small r by capital R cube. I is equals to gm small r by capital R cube. But at the center, intensity is 0. At the center, intensity is 0 because small r is 0. Have you written this one? Copy that. What happened? What Shreyas and Pramod? Will be always smiling and then they'll be talking something, secrets. This is at the center of the ring. Next one is on the axis of the ring. On the axis of the ring at a distance x. Can you tell me what is that? What is the answer? Can you tell me that? V is equals to what will get? There is no cos theta, there is no sin theta for this. Why? Because there is a scalar quantity, right? Potential is a scalar quantity. There we got cos theta, so only what we got extra? R square plus x square whole power 3 by 2 we got. Here there is no cos theta only. Directly you have to take. What you have to get? Minus gm by that directly distance only, small r distance only. Here dm is there, no? For dm element, at point P it is applying the potential. Potential is a not vector quantity, it will not have any directions, it is not have any components. So that directly in between the point P and then dm mass will have a potential. That potential will be how much? G into dm divided by small r. Correct? That is only no formula. V is equals to what is the formula? G into m by r square. R, so that here minus G into dm by r. Integration you will get. So what is the answer you will get finally? Minus gm by r only. What is minus gm by r value is how much? Under root r square plus x square directly. There is nothing to do with that. Why? Because it is a scalar quantity. It will be easy. Due to one element, that will be g dm by r. Due to the total ring, it will be how much? Integration of g dm by r only. So integration of gm divided by r distance is what here? Under root r square plus x square. Next one, due to the sphere. Due to sphere, this one is completely different. First one, hollow sphere. hollow sphere. Now for the hollow sphere, I will take first of all outside of the sphere at how much distance? R distance, small r distance. Another case is on the surface of the sphere. Let me take this is the first case, this is the second case. On the surface of the sphere, so what is the radius here? Capital R. Small r is equals to capital R. And also one more case is just inside of the sphere, point P is lying here at smaller distance. These are the different cases I have taken. First one is outside, P is lying outside. Another is P is lying exactly on the surface. Another case is P is lying inside of the sphere. Now tell me the answers. Outside, V1. Outside, V1 is equals to, what is the mass? Total mass is how much? M. Gm divided by what is the distance between the center and point? R, right? So that what I can say, minus Gm by R. That is the answer for the outside one. Next, second case, on the surface. On the surface, V2 is equals to minus Gm divided by what is the distance between the point and center? Capital R is the distance. Now tell me the inside. Now tell me the inside. Tell me that. You said this too easily, okay. Then what about the third case? What we have done for the ring? What we have done for the ring? Mass is lying at what distance? R distance. So only what is the answer we got? Minus Gm by R. For this also same only. Don't confuse between the field and then this one. Both are completely different. So here mass is lying at what distance? For this one nothing but R distance only, obviously. So then only we will take it as Gm by whatever the potential will be there on the surface, the same potential will be there also inside of the surface. Understand, right? Potential in the case of capacitance also you will get that. In capacitance even it is a very basic concept here. In capacitor you will get concentrated already, one is inside of the another shell is inside of the another shell, like that 3-4 shells you will get continuously. If you don't know how to get the potential means you will get the wrong answers there. Potential nothing but whatever is there on the surface, that entire potential will be there in the inside also. Whenever you are bringing up to the surface, the same work will be done to bring the inside also. So here what is the answer? Here only you only said that V is equals to Gm by R exactly on the at the center you said. At the center only Gm by R nothing but in between also always how much it will be? Gm by R. Gm by which R? Capital R. Capital R. Small r is there inside. At this point there is no mass. You understand, right? Don't confuse between the small r and capital R here. I am saying that whatever the potential is there on the surface, the same potential will be there inside also. On the surface what potential is there? Minus Gm by R is there. Inside also how much potential is there? Minus Gm by R only. You understand it clearly? But whereas in the case of intensity what happens? Intensity will be 0 inside. In case of solid sphere it is not 0. In case of hollow sphere that will be 0. So here what is the answer you will get? Minus Gm by R. And write it as a note point that whatever the potential will be there on the surface, same potential will be there in the inside of the surface also. Here also on the surface potential is how much here? Gm by R. Inside also the same thing only. Clear, right? So the potential inside and then on the surface both are same. Here I can say that clearly V2 is equals to V3. Copy that, hollow sphere. Clear? Shall we draw the graph for that? You write that the potential on the surface and inside the surface of the hollow sphere, the potential on the surface and inside the surface of the hollow sphere are same. That is V2 is equals to V3. V2 is equals to V3. Now tell me the relation between V and R. Let me take at this point the maximum potential is minus Gm by R. At R is equals to R less than R region, and then R greater than R region. This is R greater than R region is equals to R and then less than R. Now tell me what is the graph you will get. At R less than R, what is the answer you are getting? Minus Gm by capital R. That is a fixed value, right? Up to where we are getting the same value? Up to on the surface. From inside to on the surface, how much value we are having? Minus Gm by R. So that what we will get here? Nothing but from here to here, we will get only minus Gm by R, no other values. Next, here V1, if you see outside, V is, what I can say, V and R, how they are related? V is inversely proportional to R. Inversely proportional to R means what will you get? Rectangular hyperbola. Inverse relation means in the thermodynamics also you will get. P is inversely proportional to V means you will get like this, isochoric lines and all. So that here rectangular hyperbola will come. But here minus is there, no? Inversely proportional to minus R. So we will get like this, rectangular hyperbola. Yesterday's diagram and then today's diagram almost same only outside. But there we will have more bending, here we will have less bending, that's it. From inside to on the surface, the potential is how much? Only minus Gm by R. From here to here, minus Gm by R only on the surface. Then after that, the V is inversely proportional to R means we will get rectangular hyperbola. So only we got rectangular hyperbola here. Then next one is solid sphere. Solid sphere, outside and then surface both are same, both will get the same answers only. But inside there will be more integration problems will be there. Why? Because here mass is varying inside. Inside mass is different and then outside mass is different. You have to apply the integration, not the density method. You cannot get the answer by the density method. You have to apply the integration. How you have to apply the integration means you have to apply the integration of the integration of intensity. I is equals to dV by dr is there, no? Based on that you have to apply the integration. I will tell you the shortcut method to remember the formula. Okay. So here first of all outside V1 is equals to what will get? Outside V1 is equals to what will get the answer? Minus Gm by small r only, right? Distance is how much? Small r distance only. Next on the surface small r is equals to capital R. What will get? V2 is equals to on the surface minus Gm by capital R. Minus Gm by capital R will get. Next inside of the surface it will be different. I will tell you the formula first of all. The V3 is equals to, you will get it as 3 Gm by 2 R cube into 3 R square minus R square. That is the formula. I will tell you how to remember. So generally what is the formula of potential for us? Only Gm by R. Here Gm by R cube is coming. How many extra we are getting? 2 extra. So that if we multiply with R square and all, it will get cancelled, right? So only I am multiplying with R squares here. 3 R square minus R square. So here actually you have to get what? Gm by only 1 R. Here how many R's are there? R cube is there. So that I should not get the R cube. So only what I have to take here? R square and then R square I have to take. So 3 by 2 Gm by R cube into, I don't think this is just Gm only. Gm by 2 R cube into 3 R square minus R square. If you remember exactly at the center, then you can remember the answer easily. At center, At center, small r is equals to how much? At center, what is the distance between the point P and then center? Small r is equals to how much? 0, right? Small r is equals to 0. Exactly at the center I am taking. So, small r is equals to 0 means what will you get? V at the center is equals to Gm by 2r cube into what will you get? Small r square value is how much? 0. Then what is remaining for us? Only 3r square is remaining. R square and then r cube gets cancelled. What is remaining for us? 3Gm by 2r. That's it. At the center, what happens? Nothing but the potential will be 3 by 2 times of on the surface. At center, the potential will be 3 by 2 times of the surface potential. Surface potential is how much here? Gm by r. At the center, how much is there? 3 by 2 Gm by r. So, center exactly equals to 3 by 2 times of the surface. So, for arranging this 3 by 2, you need to get this formula. That is Gm by 2 r cube into 3r square minus r square. Clear, right? So, copy that. We will draw the graph again. First of all, copy. In case of intensity, these concepts are important. Hollow sphere and then solid sphere. Finished, huh? Clear? Make it fast. Finished? See that at r less than r, we will draw the graph. R is equals to r and then r greater than r. In these three regions, at r is equals to r, what happening? What is the value of the potential? Minus Gm by r. So, at r is equals to r minus Gm by r. R greater than r, what happening? That is V is inversely proportional to small r. So, what will get here? Rectangular hyperbola you will get like this. And now, whenever you come to inside V3 is directly proportional to r square if you see. Correct? Y is equals to ax minus bx square. This and all is ax and then this one is a bx square you will get. Nothing but what will get there? Parabola we will get. And also in that parabola also, from where we have to start the graph is important. Exactly at the center, what is the potential? Exactly at the center, 3 by 2 times of Gm by r. 3 by 2 times nothing but what I can say, this one is 2 and then this one is how much? 1.5. 1.5 times of Gm by r. Here 1 Gm by r. Next is what? 1.5 Gm by r only, obviously in the graph if you see. So from here center is there. At the center only the maximum potential will be there. This is the maximum potential. Within this only you will get the parabola. Correct? So r greater than r, see r greater than r, what happening here? Potential is inversely proportional to r. Inversely proportional to r, nothing but what I can say, that is a rectangular hyperbola. On the surface what we are getting, V is equals to minus Gm by r. Every time whenever we were discussing about the intensity, on the surface was maximum value was there, Gm1 m2 by Gm by r square was there in the case of intensity. But now on the surface how much is there? Minus Gm by r. Whereas at the center how much is there? Minus 3 by 2 into Gm by r. This is 1 Gm by r, means this will be how much? 1.5 Gm by r. That will be the maximum value. This will be the maximum value. So the maximum value will be there like this, 1.5 Gm by r. Exactly at the center, means r is equals to how much? 0. At r is equals to 0, we are getting how much? Minus 1.5 Gm by r. From here graph has to start for the inside. Inside what I am saying, inside is potential is directly proportional to r square. Directly proportional to r square, nothing but you will get exactly parabola there. So from here you will get like this. It is a parabola you will get. So here parabola, and then after that you will get the rectangular hyperbola in this way. Clear everybody? So mainly if you don't understand this one at the center, if you not calculated, means you cannot draw the graph because you don't know from where it will start. So minus 3 Gm by r is the maximum potential, more than that it will not be there. So minus 3 Gm by r, exactly parabolic shape you have to draw. Minus 1.5 Gm by r. From there it will start, and then here parabola, and then here rectangular hyperbola you will get. Then write a problem. Of that.